You ever think, I love playing this brawler. I should probably push them to a higher rank. Shouldn't be too hard, right? And then get 100 trophies, break your phone, cry yourself to sleep, and get an existential crisis as to what your life has become. okay, maybe I exaggerated that a little bit, but at some point in our Brawl Stars journey, we've all marveled at the prospect of getting a new rank 25, or rank 30, or rank 35. Anytime you look up the topic, you'll be faced with many videos, mine included, that buff out the same old get good, get a team, get better, blah blah blah. I mean, these videos aren't bad, don't get me wrong, but none of these videos are actually helpful, except my video. That one's fire. Go check it out. In any case, the process of getting to higher ranks from where you are is a very complex, multifaceted subject. So in this video, I'm gonna focus on just playstyle, and at the end of the video, I'll explain how this will help you with rank 30s and beyond. When I say playstyle, you may immediately think of defensive playstyles, or offensive playstyles, or supportive playstyles. All of these do count as playstyles, yes, but in this video, let's look at two known as high-level and low-level playstyles. If you've ever been matched against players or even a team that's several hundred trophies above you on ladder, you may be genuinely surprised at how easily they beat you. This is most apparent when your opponents are well above 800 or 900 trophies. It's not necessarily that you're bad. The reason they win so easily is because they're playing in the high-level playstyle, whereas you're playing in the low-level playstyle. So what exactly is the difference between these two? Let's first take a look at the low-level playstyle, because only people with a low-level playstyle are going to click on this video. Unless you're a high-level player spying on me. I see you there watching, Mr. Reprisal. Anyway, the low-level playstyle is defined by arbitrary, high-risk, high-reward decisions. Arbitrary means, according to Oxford, based on random choice or personal whim rather than any reason or system. Or in other words, if you're the type that, for example, randomly decides to rush forwards trying to hit every enemy in sight, you're playing the low-level playstyle. Now, it doesn't matter that you have 50 rank 30s. If you play this way, you're still playing the low-level style. Because this style runs on players' arbitrary decisions, the power of the individual is often incredibly strong or incredibly weak. A good example is how Smurf accounts tend to single-handedly eliminate all of their opponents in low trophy games since they have better decision-making skills. Aspects of the high trophy playstyle are used commonly, like trading, etc., but they're never the core aspect. And while high-level players understand their importance, low-level players tend to disregard them as being trivial. To summarize, the low-level playstyle includes high-risk plays, arbitrary decision-making that's often not well calculated, small aspects of high-level gameplay that aren't given enough importance, and individual players trying to be the hero. Or to further simplify, the low-level playstyle is when you are actively trying to become the star player. That's all it is. Now, let's look at the high-level style and what that's all about, because this is where it gets interesting. Reddit user Hobel I guess, who wrote a fantastic article on this topic, describes the high-level style as based around something called micro advantages. If you compare low-level gameplay to high-level gameplay, you see a very noticeable difference, that being the level of aggression. High-level players or high-level games tend to be very passive for the most part, with both teams exchanging shots in either direction. The reason for this is because all players are simultaneously searching for what is known as micro advantages. A micro advantage, in Brawl Stars at least, is a small advantage that can allow you to acquire a greater advantage later on. Perhaps the simplest example of micro advantage is Jean in Gem Grab. In the early stages of the game, Jean barely does any damage, especially if no one is in range of his single projectile. But in this scenario, Jean's goal isn't to do damage, it's to charge up his super. Another classic example is breaking walls that block the goal to allow for easier scoring. Admittedly, this is something even done in low ladder, but like I said, a lot of things high-level players consider important are disregarded by low-level players as being pointless. It's this patience that defines the high and low playstyle. The micro advantage Jean has is that he's charging his super. This super only proves an advantage to his team and a threat to the enemy much later in the game. And this is something high-level players understand. Aside from micro advantages, high-level players are also very quick at exploiting mistakes their opponents make. This is generally why you lose so easily to high-level players. The low-level playstyle is defined by making sudden high-risk decisions, and the high-level style is designed to gain advantage of these high-risk decisions. So to summarize, the high-level playstyle includes low-risk plays, patience, and trying to gain micro advantages that will help them later on. At the beginning of the video, I said that at the end of the video, I'll explain how this will help you get rank 30s. The first part is actually learning how to play in the high-level playstyle. When low-ladder players play a game and either win or lose, they'll ask many questions. How did I die? Who had the ball? Where are the enemies? When should we push up? What should I do? But the question that does not get asked enough and should be asked much more often is why? Why did I die? Why wasn't the ball passed? Why can't I hit my enemies? Why aren't we pushing up? Why am I clueless? The next time you play a game, every time something happens, be it good or bad, I want you to ask yourself why it happened. Because in order to make use of these micro advantages, you must first understand what causes them. To put it in you Hocus Pocus's words, when the enemy makes a large enough mistake, I've won. The second part is, of course, sustaining yourself during a match in order to use these micro advantages to your favor. There is one reason as to why the low ladder style is so risky, and it all comes down to one bad habit. Click this video over here to find out what that bad habit is and how to easily get rid of it.